Oats and Goats versus Serberoth, and Crossproduct versus nutella4eva. So I'm looking at Deer Tier here just to see where these guys are ranked. We got Oats and Goats at 4th place with a 1:17:40. Very respectable time. His opponent, Serberoth. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to track it down. Looks like his time is not actually on Deer Tier. Then we have Crossproduct with a, let's find out. Crossproduct with a 1:52:18, and he's playing against Nutella, who has a 1:23:17.
These are some very respectable times.
Yeah, I know Serberoth's fairly new to running this game. Crossproduct, I think he's been running it for a while. I've seen him messing around with RBO and stuff like that. So, yeah. Oats, however, ranked 4th in the world, so he's pretty good. Nutella, he hasn't been running the category for a while, but I know he's been part of the community for a really long time, and he's only done a handful of hundo runs, so not bad.
Yeah, 123 is super impressive with the low number of runs Nutella has completed.
So as these runners make their way out of Series Station, making their way out of the intro to the game, they'll be touching down on the planet, making their way over to Morph Ball, picking up the first item, the first of 101 item fanfares that we'll soon hear. I'd really like to thank all of you for joining us for 11 minutes of item fanfare. I'm very much looking forward to that. Mike, how much item fanfare do you think you've heard in the past 2 weeks, let's say?
Probably close to 3 hours.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. I feel like I'm never gonna get that sound out of my mind.
Oats and Goats appears to be the first one on Morph Ball. Crossproduct and Nutella right behind him, though.
So it looks like I'm going to go ahead and assume that Oats will be doing New Route, and I think Nutella might be doing New Route as well.
Yeah, I think Nutella only learned New Route. I don't think he actually learned Old Route.
I think I saw him doing a handful of Old Route runs, and I remember getting very frustrated with him because he beat my PB on like pretty much his first try.
Yeah, that's pretty frustrating, yeah.
He's a very skilled player, very respectable. So, and we'll see Oats entering the climb right now. Let's talk about what do you have to say about the climb, Mike?
It's literally one of the worst rooms in the game.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, absolutely. So you'll see the runners hugging the right wall here, typically, in an attempt to wall jump up the side. That's the fastest way to get up there. If you fall down, if you make the slightest misstep, it sure is hard to recover. And you can see Crossproduct encountering that situation right now, just having a bit of trouble making his way up there.
That last pirate is so annoying. The climb can even be a big time sink, even if you do behemoth climb, which is where you platform up the middle. It's still not that easy.
Yeah, I saw you doing that in your last race there. It seemed to work out okay for you, but if you make the slightest misstep, you're falling all the way down.
You don't fall as far with behemoth climb, but you will take a lot of damage.
So it looks like Oats is making his way out of bomb trees already. Nutella just right behind him, but Oats just he's practiced. He's put so much time into this game. He knows what he's doing. And something that I want to point out, Crossproduct actually got kind of screwed by the drops there from Bomb Chorizo. So Bomb Chorizo typically it has 800 health, and your shots normally do 20 damage, except for missiles, which do 100. And what he did there is he only was able to pick up 6 missiles from Bomb Chorizo. So in firing the last missile when Bomb Chorizo had 100 health, he was able to skip an entire animation there, which saves about 2 or 3 seconds, I believe. So that's some good thinking by Crossproduct there.
Yeah, there is a very annoying face blowing up animation, and it completely changes his attack pattern and makes him harder to hit, so it's really not ideal to get that. Oh, nice. Serberoth got a Terminator. Let's see if he goes for the damage boost here. Oh, nice. Oats hitting a return trip mock ball there. I'd say that's one of the most difficult mock balls in the game. Chris, what do you think?
I'd say it's pretty tough. I know I spent hours practicing that one and still managed to screw it up on occasion. You'll see these high-level runners screw it up pretty much all the time. It's so challenging. The window for hitting it is so precise, and you want to hit it every time because it does save you about 5 to 10 seconds.
In my practice, it seemed to pretty consistently save about 6 seconds, but that depends on how quickly you go through the upper section, so...
Ooh, Crossproduct going for it, not quite able to make it. The gate just cuts him off, barely.
I find it slightly easier if you try to mock ball on the block underneath the gate, but it's not always that easy to hit because you have to have everything just right coming into that room too.
So we know that Oats has been grinding for his 117 for the longest time, or was it 116 that he wants to get at this point? I know he's been keeping up with, he's trying to get the world record for this category for a long time. It's such a challenging category. There's so many tricks to get.
Oh no, Serberoth. He's gonna have to do a little farming here.
Oh geez, his health, 9 health, looking pretty dicey there. Yeah, if you're not careful with your damage boosts here, it's actually very easy to quickly drain your health.
Yeah, I actually learned last run that if you don't manage your health properly, it can really screw you over.
It can happen to the best of us. What can I say, Mike? Oh, and we see Crossproduct making his way across the noob bridge. Aptly named, as it's where most players first learn to hold down the run button. Wisely, he chooses to press run as he runs across the bridge, makes it across.
And he supers that platform just to tell it who's boss.
Yeah, shooting a super for good luck. We see almost a high five between Cross and Nutella as Cross goes to pick up the Spazer Beam, and Nutella makes his way into Kraid. So we'll see Oats going for the Kraid quick kill right now, and he's going to opt for the more challenging strat of firing a missile and then 3 super missiles, or excuse me, two missiles, then 3 super missiles into his mouth. This is the fastest way to do it, but it's also pretty tough.
Oh, it's missing. Oh, no, he
Oh,
got it.
wow. The recovery.
Nice backup.
Tell us about that, Mike.
So what he just did is he missed his first shot, so he went for a charge shot, and then that freezes his hand animation on 1 frame and leaves his mouth open to be frozen again.
Yeah, very precise and a very good backup from Oats. Nutella's going for the much more consistent strategy of firing a charge shot to freeze the claw open and then just firing some super missiles into his mouth. Crossproduct right behind him. In the meantime, we have Serberoth just picking up Spazer Beam right now. He did mention in his chat that his PB right now is 1 hour and 50 minutes. So Oats has a very sizable lead on him. I'm hoping we can see a PB from Serberoth here, however. Done some commentary with him, and he's such a rad dude. Unfortunately, Cross missing the quick kill, but he's able to very quickly recover.
Yeah, a Kraid can go wrong, and then he can go horribly wrong. He only went wrong for cross product there.
Yeah, Kraid can actually be pretty challenging when you end up actually having to fight him, when you don't just jam missiles into his mouth before he stands up.
Serberoth, what are you doing? Oh no. Oh my goodness. Scaring the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, playing it real dangerous in the party zone there, down to 9 energy. He's going to have to do some farming before Kraid if he wants to play it at least remotely safe here.
I don't think he can even get hit by him. Oh, what?
Serberoth cutting it way too close. Actually gets health bombed by mini Kraids. That only happens when your health is below 30 as you approach him. And typically he drops super missiles, and he's going to go back for them because he knows he needs them for the quick kill. Meanwhile, Oats and Norfair, he's again got a fairly sizable lead. The race between Nutella and Cross a little bit closer as Nutella exits the high jump room. So Cross Product is entering, and they'll give us a little bit of a high five there.
Oh, Oats taking out the final boss quite nicely.
Yeah, King Kagatak atop his throne on Bubble Mountain relinquishes his super missile.
We had some synchronized item fanfare there. Does that actually reduce the total item fanfare we have to listen to?
I mean, maybe.
Oh my goodness, Serberoth, very nice. Gets the Kraid quick kill. We see Nutella having a bit more trouble atop Bubble Mountain there.
So we see Nutella picking up the speed booster right now. That item is very good in the speed run as it does boost his speed.
Would you like to go into more detail as to how it boosts his speed?
Well, I could alternatively just make the same terrible joke in every time I do commentary. However, we can actually talk about it this time. Typically, what ends up happening is if you hold the run button down, boost your speed. If you are able to keep running on a level surface, it also allows you to charge up a Shine Spark, which will let you travel across long distances. Yeah, it drains your health, unfortunately, but it is typically much faster.
Just the Shine Spark drains your health, not the whole speed booster.
And we can see right now, we do have confirmation that Oats will be doing New Route as he skips Crockmire entirely, heads straight towards Ice Beam. So in New Route, they fight Crockmire after fighting Ridley, I believe, and then they end up killing Crockmire in one hit.
Super entertaining.
I believe Nutella will be doing New Route as well. I think we already mentioned that, but we'll have confirmation on that in just a minute.
Oh, Oats missing the first try mock ball.
Yeah, so this one actually a bit challenging because you need to line up those platforms in such a way that it lets you build up enough momentum to mock ball underneath this gate here. Oh, and he just barely gets it. Nicely done, Oats. Serberoth has a significant amount of time to make up here. And yeah, we do see Nutella going for Ice Beam right now, so we do have confirmation that he will be doing New Route.
And we see the race between Nutella and Crossproduct is still actually quite close. They are just a few rooms between each other. Crossproduct opting for Old Route, though.
Old Route, I would consider much easier, much more consistent. And yeah, with New Route, there's a couple tricks in there that if you screw them up, you have to keep going back for them, and it just costs you so much time. So a good decision by Cross.
Oh, Serberoth falling to the final boss. Oh,
King Cack Attack giving Serberoth some trouble.
So frustrating. We see Crossproduct having a bit of trouble with Crockmire here.
And Cross going for the wraparound shot. Oh, with 7 energy as he hits the energy tank. That's cutting it real close.
He did have some reserve, but that is playing pretty pretty dicey.
And I just noticed that Oats laying a power bomb as he goes through the any percent power bomb door. That's interesting. Do you think he's going to come back here?
I think he's doing it out of any percent habit.
Yeah, that muscle memory can be pretty tough to eliminate. My strategy is stop running any percent and run the better category. Oats, the world record holder for any percent with a 41.56. He's going to have to watch his health, though, as he heads into Fantoon, as he only has 61 energy.
Yeah, that can be pretty dangerous. You definitely don't want to be going into Fantoon with like 39 health or anything like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. Fantoon deaths, always incredibly frustrating. Deaths in any run, incredibly frustrating.
They can be a great equalizer, though.
Yeah, Oats, incredibly skilled at the game, but he's got to be really careful here.
I mean, if he gets a fast pattern, that's probably not optimal for his amount of health. He's probably hoping for a mid or a slow.
Crossproduct going for the grapple strats. That's these jumps, they're pretty unassuming, but they're actually so challenging to get. So he's unfortunately misses it. He's going to have to go back for them. The grapple missiles, I mean. Saving some time with a bit of a short charge there. Nice recovery. And Fantoon giving Oats a bit of grief there. Was that a fast, Mike?
I believe so.
So Oats with the fast. I believe that that means we have to ban the whole chat now or something, right?
Yeah, we have to delete all the comments and ban everybody.
Yeah, and this actually counts as a forfeit for all the runners. Very unfortunate.
Ooh, too bad.
Chat has informed me that means we have to actually mod the whole chat. So in that case, my mistake, everybody. Enjoy your mod status. Anyways, a very impressive Fantoon by Oats. Nutella will be coming up on Fantoon right now. Fantoon not being friendly with his pattern. Meanwhile, serberoth fighting Crocmire.
Let's see how many swoops he gets.
Yeah, Crocmire notorious for every time he swipes, he will. That's not the fastest pattern you can get, so you want him to just immediately open his mouth as soon as he steps back, and you can fire a shot straight into him.
Ooh, Crossproduct just barely missing, but getting the backup strat with quite a bit of ease.
Yeah, that's that jump. If you miss that grapple, it can be super frustrating. But it actually doesn't cost you that much time, I don't believe. If you can make a quick recovery, as we just saw Cross do, it does. It doesn't even. It costs you, I think, only 1 or 2 seconds. So not bad. Nutella having a bit of trouble with Fantoon as well. He's got to be careful with his health, as he only has 18. You don't really want to drain your reserves here, as sometimes you might need them for going across the spiky room of death. Let's hope not. Nutella making quick work of Fantoon with 18 health left. Oh, and I actually see we see Crossproduct. I think he's going for the Banco route, popularized the other day when Banco picked up the Kraid E-Tank after coming up from Norfair. So he's just going to pick up the Kraid missiles right now and then pick up the Kraid E-Tank to save himself a bit of farm. Not bad.
Serberoth really trying for that Shine Spark, but it can be quite the doozy. How many pixels would you say that Shine Spark is? Like, how many pixels of error do you have?
I want to guess about 5. 4 or 5, I'd say. It's pretty close. And he's opting for a bit of farm here, having a bit of trouble with these bugs spawning in his face, stopping him from getting the jump. But he's almost able to make it. And we can see Oats with a super impressive attic strat there, the speed keep strat. That's actually the fastest way to get through the attic, and it also doesn't cost you any health.
Or ammo.
Yeah, so the optimal strategy, super hard to pull off. He's going to clip through these work robots, hopefully, because it's faster than waiting for them. So we see Nutella making his way across the spiky room of death with only 26 health left. That's cutting it real close. So if he falls down here, I think he might actually die.
That would be tragic. That like seriously, one of the worst rooms to die in right here.
Yeah, because you've already made it across the spiky room. So ideally, that's the hard part that you made it across. And oh, and he's turning off high jump boots. The reason for that is you can just run straight across this platform here without high jump and just jump, and you'll make the jump. If you have high jump, you have to do a pretty dicey bomb jump to make your way across.
You can do it with high jump boots on. You just have to be really accurate with your run and jump.
Yeah, you have to wait for the platform to drop just a little bit as you run across it, so it's pretty tough. So, anyways, we can see Nutella with some quick thinking there, very good recovery. So that's very nicely done. Sorry, go ahead.
We see Nutella coming into the attic, going for the. Oh, he was going for the speed keep strat as well, but did not quite get it.
Yeah, that jump there is just very precise, and hitting them with supers takes about the same amount of time, but it does cost you that ammo.
And super missiles, even though you get lots of them in Hundo, they are one of the most valuable ammunition.
Oh, and the work robot's giving Nutella some grief. That's super frustrating. Oh no, Cross almost making it across the moat, not quite. His grapple just ended just a little bit too early.
Ooh, and Nutella just barely clipping the mountain missile there. That was a very close jump.
Yeah, and I mean, it's more consistent to go for those with the Shine Spark because you can line it up pretty easily, but it does cost you that extra bit of health, which can make or break your criteria wraparound shot and the subsequent Shine Spark.
Oats has to be very careful right here. He could mess up his Gauntlet Spark.
Yeah, and I believe we saw a very well-known runner lose a race earlier today to this strat. So Nutella is going to be in the bowling room right now while Cross is fighting Nutella. Or, excuse me, Cross is fighting Fantoon. He's also fighting Nutella, but that's in a race. Fantoon giving Cross some grief, unfortunately.
Oats and Goats with a very ballsy strategy of quick falling through those crumble blocks.
Yeah, I hate doing that. It is faster, but if you if you end up on the wrong side there, on one side, you have to go back through the gauntlet. That costs you, I want to say, about 2 minutes. I know most runners do it exactly once and then never again.
That has to change once you start doing the quick fall strats. I don't know. I can't see doing that perfectly every time.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that one. Oats having an amazing run so far. He's only about 30 seconds away from his personal best, which is currently the fourth fastest, currently fourth in the world right now. Nutella coming up on the criteria wraparound shot. The wraparound shot, aptly named, as we can't wrap our head around how it works.
Yes, we can.
You're right, but I'm making that joke every time that they make it there. It's still funny to me, so I'm gonna keep making it. I'm so sorry, chat. So, Mike, do you want to give us a bit of insight as to how that works?
So it works with diagonal shots because what happens is part of the shot will actually overflow in memory. So it will go too high for the registers and actually wrap back around to 0. And that causes it to open doors on the opposite side of the screen. I think it only works off the right side of the screen, though. Like, I think you can only do it off the right side and open doors on the left.
Yeah, not a lot of places you can do it. I've seen it done in the room, the Crockmeyer room. I've seen it done there. And the other place that we see it every now and then is in the, I believe, the room just after construction zone.
Ooh, and Oats with a very nice speed keep to take out those hoppers.
Yeah, again, the fastest strategy. You can see just how much this run is optimized when Oats is playing this game.
Crossproduct having a bit of trouble with the clip here. Oh, but he gets it.
And we can see Oats skipping Spore Spawn very adeptly. It's much better to skip Spore Spawn than to fight him, but skipping him requires a pretty precise setup through the back door there.
Yeah, you have to be standing in just the right place, and the place you stand depends on your setup and how far the screen will scroll. And I've seen just about every runner has a different spot where they stand to open that, but it somehow works.
And we see Nutella currently making his way through the damage boost tutorial room. The fastest way to get through there, damage boost off the spikes up top, and you just keep jumping. While Cross makes his way through the attic.
Now let's talk about damage boosting for a second, because it's one of the, I think it's used a lot in runs. Individually, they do not save you that much time, but combined, they do end up saving you quite a bit in the entirety of the run. How much time do you think an individual damage boost save you? Does it depend on the damage boost?
I'd say it definitely depends on the damage boost. Some of them save you like a good 2 or 3 seconds. Some of them are so marginal, but you see the optimal runners doing them, doing every single damage boost at the cost of their health, which is not that bad in 100%, but when you see them doing it in any percent, it's a little nerve-wracking. And I think from Nutella, ooh, he was going for the fast fall strategy there, and unfortunately isn't able to get to the blocks quick enough.
We see Serberoth fighting Fantoon right now. Going for the good old-fashioned missile to the eyeball strategy.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Going for consistency.
Ooh, Nutella with a very nice Spore Spawn backdoor there.
Crossproduct making his way through the bowling room. This room is a great opportunity for the runner to take a quick break, check their Facebook, check their Instagram, etc. I like to look at pictures of cats, as most of you who have seen my commentary know. I'm feeling pretty anxious about serberoth's health here. He's got 26 health. I know he's got some in his reserves, but this is making me pretty nervous for this Fantoon here.
$11 health. Just pump him with a super Serberoth. That's all he needs. Oh, luckily having a full tank of reserve.
Serberoth, you're cutting it real close there. I'm really worried. He's opting for just missiles right now. I think he's worried about enraging Fantoon. If you hit Fantoon with a super missile before that's the shot that kills him, it'll cost you about 18 seconds there by enraging and firing a bunch of flames at you. And he's able to finally put down Fantoon. Nicely done.
So if you're just tuning in and you're wondering how the races are going, currently we have oatsngoats versus Serberoth, and oatsngoats has a very nice lead, but oatsngoats is 4th in the world, and Serberoth started running this recently, so understandable. And on the bottom, we have nutella4eva versus Crossproduct, and Nutella has a bit of a lead. The run is a bit closer, but Nutella is still decently ahead.
So we can see Crossproduct about to attempt the wraparound shot here. Oats entering Botspoon pretty quick here. Botspoon can be kind of frustrating. He's not very generous with his patterns, and usually it'll take you about 1 round to kill him. But if he's not being nice, he'll dart back into those holes, and it'll take about 2 rounds. But Oats makes quick work of him. Nicely done. Cross going for the longest Shine Spark in the game. Able to make it, no worries, and he's got full energy as he makes it across, so that's not going to be a problem at all. An interesting strat here from Nutella. He's actually charging a spark in the fish tank. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's pretty smart. I might try doing that. And serberoth entering the spiky room of death. It looks like he picked up the safety save, which is not a bad idea, considering that these spikes, when they drop on you, they deal 100 damage. And those platforms just so easy to fall through. So we can see Oats now entering Dragon. Perhaps my least favorite boss. Do you want to give us some insight into Dragon, Mike? Sugar Michael electing not to give commentary or insight into Dragon.
Sorry, I was pushing the wrong button. Anyway, so I was talking about Dragon. She can be very hard, but we just saw Oats with a near perfect fight. So she has two patterns she can do after her opening. So opening, she will always swoop at you. After the opening, she can choose to either fire goop at you, which is called a jackpot, or she will choose to swoop at you continually until your eyes bleed, which is called being not nice. And if you get the jackpot and you kill her with a shine spark, you will get what's called a blue suit, which is what we saw Oats get there. And then you can get a return halfy trip. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon, definitely one of the most optimized boss fights. Definitely one of the most challenging boss fights. I would say perhaps the most challenging. But also the most rewarding if you could do it perfectly. Serberoth making his way back across the spiky room. Having a little bit of trouble. This room, again, super challenging. So I just want to point out, Oats is only about 6 seconds away from his PB right now. So this is just an absolutely mind-blowing run from Oats. So Serberoth making his way through the attic, doing whatever he feels is consistent. Crossproduct doing the Bryn Star cleanup. And Nutella entering Botsmoon shortly. All right, now we can see Oats going for the ice clip here. This is the biggest difference, I think, between new route and old route. It's basically what you saw him do there. First try, nicely done. He what he does is he freezes the Puyo in that exact part, which allows him to jump on top of it, excuse me, and then jump through the floor. The setup is very precise and I find very inconsistent. So kudos to him to getting it first try. Nicely done. If you screw it up, it does cost you a fair bit of time and you have to go back for it again.
I believe after the second try, it costs you all the time new route saves.
Yeah, so you definitely don't want that to happen. And now he's in the Shack Tool room. This is another great place to check your Instagram and your Facebook feed. Nutella entering Dragon.
Now, Chris, would you say that you have a favorite strategy in this game?
Favorite strategy? Oh, I'd have to think about that for a second. Do you have one?
I didn't have one lined up. I was really hoping you had one, but
The commentator dream team, everybody. Let me think for a second. I would have to say my favorite strategy that I have started working on recently is in Attack Alley, and we're going to see Oats coming up on this very soon, actually. There's a series of jumps that you can get, which allows you to just sail through the room and narrowly avoid the enemies. And it's like if a couple picks up perfect jumps. It looks so impressive when done correctly. So I'm sure we'll see Oats attempting it. And I want to say with about 75-80% certainty, we'll see him get it first try. What's your favorite strategy, Mike?
I think my favorite strategy is actually one that I've never been able to accomplish, which is the bowling spark.
Ooh, the bowling spark. Yes, charging a short charge in the room right before bowling. It's pretty precise.
Actually charging a short charge right where Serberoth is.
I think he's going to go for it. Ooh, and very narrowly missing it. He's going to try it again. Not bad.
With his amount of health, I would probably be sticking to grappling strategy right now.
Oh, and we can see Nutella getting the reverse halfie. Nicely done. Crossproduct dropping a bomb in a seemingly random place. For those of you who haven't seen these runs before, you want to drop that bomb there as it opens the power bomb door so you don't have to do it later. And I want to point out Oats going for my favorite strategy right now. That's what I'm talking about. That is so impressive. It looks so clean when he nails it. I'm always amazed at the skill of these runners. And another very impressive strat by Oats, getting the speed keep going through there. Typically, you have to charge up a spark on your way across the aqueduct there, but he's able to just keep his speed and then jump straight up, and that kills the blocks. Crossproduct entering Meridia. Nutella just wrapping up Meridia right now.
Nutella's still yet to do the ice clip, though. That should be interesting.
Right. Let's hope he can get it first try. He's going to go for it right now. I think Nutella's setup for this is a little bit different. Yeah, and you can see the screen not actually scrolling when he goes for it. There are smarter people than me that can explain that, but I know that setup is, from what I understand, it's a little bit more consistent than what Oats was doing, but a little bit slower.
I really don't understand what just happened there.
Near as I understand, there's a if you jump through the right-hand side, there's a block that's supposed to scroll the screen, but you can dodge it entirely, which makes it so that the player doesn't see you, so it doesn't jump in the way. Meaning that you can freeze it in a, you can set it up for a much more ideal position, I believe. But like I said, there are smarter people than me that can comment on that. Oh, and we can see Crossproduct going for the... he's actually hopping on the back of Mama Turtle to grab that E-Tank.
That can be a very frustrating spark to miss.
Yeah, he's able to get the short charge, though, which is a really nice recovery. So yeah, it looks like Oats with a fairly significant lead over serberoth right now, as Oats is just making his way across criteria. serberoth, excuse me, and Oats making his way through Norfair, heading towards lower Norfair to fight Ridley. Nutella not too far behind him, just picking up Plasma right now.
Nutella and Oats aren't racing, but Nutella's still probably 2 to 3 minutes behind Oats.
Yeah, a very respectable pace. Again, we could almost see a PB from Oats here because he is only 5 seconds behind. serberoth able to get the criteria wraparound, no problem. Nutella making his way across Cacatac Alley, so let's see how that goes. Ooh, gets bit by one of the Cacatacs there.
That jump between those two Cacatacs is near pixel perfect.
serberoth setting up just a little bit there, narrowly avoiding the Stravera special, as he manages to get both missiles in one trip.
And we see Oats in the lower Norfair flushing the lavatory.
I really appreciate how that name's caught on. So he'll be fighting
Crossproduct with a very nice X Factor. But Batoon being very unpredictable with his patterns.
Yeah, Batoon, one of the most frustrating bosses in the entire game. His pattern's very RNG dependent.
Ooh, Crossproduct having a bit of trouble lining up for the halfie there. Oh, serberoth missing the jump.
Oh, that's going to cost him some time. That's very unfortunate.
He's going to have to wrap back around and get the super missile and the energy tank. And we see Nutella coming out of Meridia finally. Oats is actually quite low on health right now.
I think he'll be fine. 4 energy tanks for Ridley. I mean, I've seen Oats do Ridley with 2 energy tanks and Spazer Beam, so I'm not too worried.
No, I'm not saying he's gonna die. I'm just he's lost a lot of health.
That is true. Cross getting grabbed by Dragon, so he's going to go for the grapple strat, and he's going to get himself some fried shrimp. Nutella with a... Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Oh no, I was just going to comment on Nutella leaving crate.
I believe we were about to say the exact same thing. Oh, nice! Crossproduct got the blue suit. Oats with some pretty spicy moves there, but I think my favorite strat from him so far is not resetting. And Serberoth, letting out the. Do you know the name of that speed booster guy?
Isn't he a Decora?
Yeah, the Decora. Oh, and Oats actually with a super impressive Ridley.
I don't think he even got hit.
Oats ahead of his personal best by 1.2 seconds. That's a gold split. Nicely done.
Nutella just entering lower Norfair as Crossproduct is starting his Meridia cleanup.
Oh, nice short charge by Cross. And Nutella's making his way into the lavatory. He'll be flushing that rune very shortly. Things are certainly heating up for him. Lower Norfair. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Oh, I believe Oats is going for a damage boost strat here. Oh, and he just barely misses it. Ideally, you want a damage boost on top of the frozen enemy, but it is very difficult to line up.
So it looks like Crossproduct in the Shack Tool room. One of my least favorite, well, I would actually say one of my most favorite rooms because, again, gives me the opportunity to check my social media, look at pictures of cats. One time,
etc.
Yeah, one time in this room, I actually took a picture of my cat. That's more of an advanced strategy, however.
Well, you know, the posing the cat can take quite a bit of time, so yeah, that's a risky strat. You could miss Shack Tool finishing the room.
And I mean, barring any soft locks, it looks like Oats is so far ahead of Serberoth, and Nutella is so far ahead of Crossproduct. I'm not sure where they can make up this time, honestly.
I think it's strictly a game of either untimely deaths to Mother Brain or soft locks.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen that in a few races before. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
I said other than that, it's a pretty clear cut right now, unless someone makes a very horrendous mistake.
Yeah, I mean, which can happen. We've seen that from a couple runners so far.
So yes, if you're just tuning in, it is a race between oatsngoats and Serberoth, with oatsngoats leading by a significant amount of time. And on the bottom we have Crossproduct versus nutella4eva, and nutella4eva is winning that race as well.
I believe it's actually nutella4eva.
I corrected myself at the end there.
Good catch from Trigger Michael, everybody. So we'll actually see Oats make his way towards Crocomire right now. Serberoth's already fought Crocomire, and we'll see how Oats fights him. It's much quicker with the Plasma Beam.
A lot less RNG as well. Actually, no RNG.
Literally 0 RNG. He's going to fire one shot, and it's going to be 1 kill.
Going for some swag, breaking the game graphically strats there.
He'll probably be going for Spike Suit too, which is a very precise strategy involving. I believe it's a double frame perfect strat, but correct me if I'm wrong.
It's double frame perfect, yeah.
Yeah, so like no big deal, right? It will allow him to store a Shine Spark for much longer than intended, however, which if he gets it, he will be using an X-ray instead of its intended location. Not able to get it, but that's not a big deal. He's got such a significant lead over his opponent.
That may have cost Oats his PB, though.
Yeah, his route is just so optimized that at this point he needs to nail every frame perfect trick that he can.
Ooh, and going into Powerbomb room there with a very nice bounce ball. Serberoth hitting the Turtle Tank Shine Spark first try. Very nice.
Yeah, and that can actually be pretty hard to line up when you first start running this game. And you know what? It can actually be pretty hard to line up when you've been running it for a while.
What's worse, not charging the Shine Spark or hitting the grapple block and not grappling it?
I think hitting the grapple block and not grappling it, or as you're like falling down and you see the grapple going up and it just barely misses it, and then you realize you have to make that jump all the way around. Costs you a good 15 to 20 seconds, especially if you're bad like me. So.
We see Nutella coming out of Lower Norfair with the final cleanup of the area. Crossproduct just getting out of Meridia. And Serberoth is heading towards
the beach, as it's called. The beach, aptly named for the sand and the water. You can see the creative spark really shining from the Super Metroid community yet again.
You were just... Oh my god, the puns.
I'm so sorry. There's actually a really nice mock ball that you can do in the beach that is referred to as the beach ball.
That might be my new favorite strat. I do not know what it involves, but anything called the beach ball.
So in this room that Oats is in right now, typically if he had nailed the spike suit, he'd be able to carry his charge all the way up into this room and spark all the way across that, which saves you a significant amount of time. It is it's not too bad to just have to jump across, however. He just got another gold split. He is 1 second ahead of his personal best. Again, we can see just how optimized his route is. Oh, and I don't know if you caught that. Really nice strat from Crossproduct. Charging a Shine Spark in that room down there as he stopped just a little bit too early.
I think that was on purpose, actually.
That's not a bad idea. So if it's consistent, it saves you time, so... When I was worried for a minute there, I thought Nutella was about to forget the Bubble Mountain missiles. We've seen at least one runner forget those. Crossproduct going for the blue fireball, one of my favorite new strats. Oh, just narrowly misses the jump. That's too bad. serberoth with a he's got a fair bit of ground to make up. He's just about to enter Dragon.
And we see Crossproduct taking a very safe bounce ball strat through there.
Yeah,
spring ball strat, I should say.
Yeah, I always go for the spring ball strat. If you are in spring ball as you're heading across there and just hold A, you will not fall through. You just go straight across. It's perfect. Because the amount of times that I've fallen through there, I've it's been pretty frustrating.
Crossproduct going for a bit of a behemoth strat on Golden Trezo. That very nice.
Looks like Cross. The thing I like about Cross is while he's fairly new to the route, I see him going for all these advanced strategies, and those typically sometimes things that you don't go for until your PB is like really down there. But he's attempting them. He's backing up and he's making sure he gets them. So with a little bit of practice, I'm sure we can see some insane times out of Cross. Ooh, wow. Really nice clean kill, excuse me, by serberoth on Dragon. He's getting some fried shrimp of his own.
We see Oats and Goats picking up the last missile tank in the game.
Do you know what the name for that last missile tank is called?
Isn't it the last missile tank?
That is correct. Again, the Super Metroid community really showing its creative spirit. Oats entering the waiting room, Golden Forest statue room. What do you like to do in this room, Mike?
I like to give the bosses googly eyes, and I like to spin jump back and forth, basically.
Yeah, typically my strat for this room is I have about a minute here, so it gives me a good chance to check my Tinder.
All right.
So we can see Cross entering Ridley right now. They're really fighting 90%, or excuse me, 100%. One of my favorite fights because you could just be so lazy about it. You just pump him full of super missiles or plasma shots, and then you just screw attack through his attacks, and he doesn't do any damage to you. Also, you're going into the fight with like 10 energy tanks, so it's not really a big deal, even if you do get hit. Wow, this is a super impressive turn by Oats. The challenge there is getting the Metroids, shooting them, and then hitting them with the super missile. It's actually like super precise to do this room optimally, and you see him shooting the last group of Metroids with missiles so that he can capitalize on his super drops. He is currently, again with another gold split, 13 seconds ahead of his personal best, so he's going to opt for the Metroid skip right now.
Hopefully he gets it.
Yeah, anything you want to say about the Metroid skip, Mike?
It is an incredibly difficult strategy. It's based on very precisely timed jumps, and there are a few things you can do to make your life easier, but not much.
Textbook Metroid skip from Oats and Goats. I think that was a 3 or 4 jump there. What did you see?
Yeah, that was near optimal. I think that might have been like a perfect Metroid skip.
Yeah, followed by a casual wall jump in the next room. Not bad. So the only couple tricks he has left are the Zeb tight skip and the Mother Brain stand-up glitch. So, we get the Zeb skip. No problem. Oats and Goats, making it look easy. The head will drop, and he will be fighting the Mother Brain. Meanwhile, Nutella, wrapping up criteria, he's making his way towards the Billy Mays missiles, aptly named as there's 2 missile packs in the room, so you gotta wait. There's more. Oh, sorry, I botched that phrase so bad. I'm so sorry.
But wait, there's more.
Thank you. What would I do without you, Mike?
You'd be making the same lame jokes time and time again.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even be doing it right, and that would be just so depressing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if you're gonna make the same lame joke over and over, you at least gotta make it, like, hit the punchline, right?
So we'll see Oats going for the stand-up glitch here. He's going to be running into Mother Brain, taking a whole bunch of damage, and then attempting to stand up while the Metroid heals him back to full health. He's going to be able to take some pot shots on Mother Brain. This is, I think, his last chance to soft lock the game. Let's hope he doesn't get it, because he is 13 whole seconds ahead of his PB. That's just so impressive. A super impressive spark coming into the old Mother Brain room by Nutella. He's holding it all the way up the elevator and from 2 rooms away. So yeah, we can see Oats taking some pot shots on the Mother Brain here. He's got to be careful not to jump too high, otherwise he has the chance of soft locking the game.
And he has to be careful to not shoot too many charged plasma shots, or he will soft lock the game.
Yeah, we've seen that happen to a couple runners, which can cause between a 5-minute time loss and like a 5-hour time loss.
Yeah, sometimes it just like does not come back.
Very nicely done. Oh, 2 shots from the hype beam. Nicely done. And it looks like the hype is real for Oats as he is on PB pace. Serberoth entering the Cack-Attack alley. Nutella picking up the last missiles.
Crossproduct coming into Norfair for the final cleanup.
So we know that Oats and Goats has seen his fair share of 99% PBs. Let's hope that doesn't happen this time. I believe that's Serberoth's last chance to win this race.
Oh, and a very nice behemoth spark up the climb.
Yeah, and it's time for Nutella to check his tender as he waits in the waiting room, instead opting for a much more optimal horizontal bomb jump strat. Oats and Goats looks like it's going to be a very impressive 1:17.12. That looks like it'll be a personal best for him. Finishing with an SRL time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, 14 seconds. What a run.
Very impressive.
That's going to put him that much closer to third place in the leaderboards. He is still trailing Caught Power with a 1:16.56. Anything below 120, just absolutely mental. An unbelievable time from Oats right here. Can't believe I didn't even mention this. Oats wisely choosing not to save the animals because it is slower and he was on PB pace. In-game time of 46 minutes. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
Serberoth having a bit of trouble with the Meridia cleanup here.
The Meridia cleanup, one of the more frustrating sections in the game. There's not a lot you can do to speed it up. It just ends up being very technical. This movement needs to be very precise. So we can see Nutella coming up on the Metroid room now. Hopefully he'll get the Metroid skip, but I don't think he's in any danger at this point. Crossproduct has a significant amount of time to make up here if he wants to win this race, which, you know, barring any soft blocks, I think this one's going to go to Nutella.
Actually, if Nutella was to screw up the Metroid skip, Crossproduct could catch up.
I think he's, at this point, just too far behind. He could, well, we'll see what happens.
No, I mean, like, if Nutella gets grabbed as he goes through the door.
Yes, and that actually does slow his movement down for the rest of the run. And you see him actually just opting to go straight through anyways. He doesn't care. And what I think we're going to see from him, and you can see his movement slowed down as he grabbed through the door. What he can do is he can go and save, reset, and then when he boots up the game again, his movement will be free.
Either that or he's listening in on the commentary and he just wants to prove me wrong.
He will be going for the save station. That's going to give Crossproduct a little bit of an opportunity to catch up, but I really don't think he's going to quite make it. He's still got quite a ways to go. Get your deer forces ready in the chat. Oats and Goats, 100%, new personal best, 20 seconds off his last run. Very nicely done. Congratulations, Oats. The strategy of not resetting at Fantoon definitely paying off for him this time.
Indeed. We see Nutella with a successful stand-up glitch.
Yeah, so you'll see him. For a second, I was a little bit worried. Oh, and he's got the 69 missiles. Shoutouts to Wild Anaconda. Nicely done. Typically, when doing the stand-up glitch, I like to do what he's doing and just stand there because I've soft locked at this point so many times. Yeah, so now he's taking pot shots at the mother brain. Crossproduct, I'd say about just a few minutes behind him here.
Oh, and horizontal goof sparking. Oh, that's not good.
I didn't even know you could kill those things with super missiles. Interesting.
Very interesting.
So yeah, Nutella making his way through the escape. This should be the race for him. I don't think there's any points that he can screw up. Unless he chooses to save the animals, which would be very unfortunate.
Of course, saving the animals is a disqualification.
Also loses you the respect of the community. Let's hope it doesn't happen.
I believe Nutella may go for a animal taunt, though.
Yes, a very respectable strategy. Let's see what he does.
Oh, and he is going to taunt the animals, unless he decides to save them, which would be tragic.
He's thinking about it. He's staring at the door. At the edge of the abyss. Ah! A very respectable strategy by Nutella. Nicely done. Respectable time from Nutella, finishing with an SRL time of a 1:25.53. He's got to be happy with that.
Really not bad for a race time.
Yeah, in a race, you always got to do what's consistent and what works for you, and he did that. And without too many errors, got to be pretty happy about it.
We see Crossproduct going for a safety save.
And you'll see him safety saving before going into the lower part of Turian. This is because if you save at the end of Turian, you can't go back. So if he manages to not get 100%, then he can still go back and find whatever item he's missing. Hopefully, we don't see that, though.
And we see Serberoth chugging away on Lower Norfair here.
So Crossproduct entering the Metroid room. Let's see if he goes for the skip. And like I said, I really just appreciate Serberoth's, Crossproduct's, the way he's playing this game. He's always going for these advanced strategies, and he's always just pushing for it. Even if they're not consistent, he's always giving it his best effort. So someday he's going to be just an absolutely amazing runner. Barring a 99%, this should be the race for Nutella.
That is a risk when you're starting off with Hundo.
Crossproduct, no super missiles. He's gonna have a slow Mother Brain 1 fight. Gets the Zeb skip first try, no problem. Serberoth picking up the power bombs with shame, not very shameful and 100%. Get your deer forces ready in the chat as we come up on Nutella's item collection right here. Yeah, that looks like it's the race for Nutella as he PB, or excuse me, does not PB. That was Oats. He gets 100% and he's going to win the race between him and Crossproduct. Very nicely done, Nutella. Very impressive run. So these runners.
Crossproduct get the.
No, go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just seeing if Crossproduct was going to get the stand up. Looks like he has.
Yeah, and as we wait for these runners to wrap up their runs here, we do have some more events in the speed gaming calendar. Today, I think we're pretty much wrapping up, but tomorrow we have a race at 6 p.m. EST between Sweetenham and Lenofis. Then we have at 11 p.m. we have Leodox versus Ruby Jar and J-Ro versus Darko. So that's going to be exciting. Make sure to tune in for that.
Ooh, Crossproduct has to be careful here. He's jumping very high.
Yeah, Crossproduct wraps up the mother brain.
Very nicely done. I believe that will be no soft locking in these races today.
Yeah, I haven't seen one. That's very fortunate. It is so easy to soft lock on Mother Brain if you're going for the glitches and whatnot. It's faster, but soft locking is definitely slower, as it will kill a run. Serberoth making wrapping up Ridley right here. And while we wait for these runners to wrap up their races, I would like to mention that you guys should take the time to follow these runners. We've got I'll link it in the chat for you guys, and make sure to give my good friend Trigger Michael a follow, as he is a cool guy.
And make sure to throw Cristofalo a follow because he is far more talented than I am.
I don't think that's remotely true, but I appreciate the flattery. Looks like Crossproduct wrapping it up. He has got an SRL time of 1:33:35. That's a fairly respectable time for him. Just a couple minutes away from PB. We will make sure that it is 100% that he's getting. Can't believe I didn't mention this. Crossproduct wisely choosing not to save the animals, making the correct decision.
Did you see Nutella did a run where he only had the sprite layer turned on his emulator?
That is unbelievable. I've never seen that.
He,
So many interesting things you can do with this game.
he did it in under 2 hours. It was ridiculous.
That's remarkable. Yeah, we've seen some super impressive runs from these runners. Nutella been running this game for a really long time. Same with Oats. Just have some super impressive times. Crossproduct's been a part of the community for a while now, and like I said, I'm always impressed by his runs because he always goes for the more challenging strategies. Given a bit of practice, I am certain that he can become one of the foremost runners of this game. Serberoth, still relatively new, but still very knowledgeable at the game, and I've commentated with him a few times. Just an absolute delight. We see Nutella playing around with a few Super Metroid ROM hacks. Showing off a little bit there.
As Serberoth is exiting Lower Norfair and going for the rest of Norfair cleanup.
Let's get some deer forces for our friend Crossproduct. And the big reveal, it turns out that Samus is a girl.
What?
Also 100%, not bad. So yeah, all that's left for our friend Serberoth to do, wrap up criteria onto the mother brain. Not much else to say about this race, but let's stick around, watch our boys Serberoth bring it home.
If Serberoth does this last leg of the game quite cleanly, he could be on almost a PB pace.
I think it's going to be cutting it real close. His PB is at 150, and he's currently at 140, I believe. So he's got to do this next section of the game in about 10 minutes flat.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty tight.
He's got to be satisfied with his pace, however, especially in a race, and especially the kind of pressure to go up against oatsngoats, one of the foremost runners of the game. So yeah, we can see Serberoth making his way through, cleaning up some items, and we can see our friend Nutella playing some ROM hacks, giving the stream some variety here. What have you played a lot of ROM hacks, Mike?
Not too many Super Metroid ROM hacks, no.
I played a handful of them. I've been playing through Project Base and Redesign lately, and I know I'm gonna get some ire for that, but they're fun. I enjoy them.
Yeah, I played a bit of Project Base. It's really appreciated that you can A, spin jump midair, and B, the doors open way faster.
Yeah, the other thing that I like is it tracks your speed across jumps, so you can jump as you're speed boostering and then retain that speed when you land. Some of the speedruns for that game also just super impressive. Pace is just so much quicker because they took out the item transitions and everything, or item fanfare. Everything's just so impressive.
You know what? I have to say, this is not the first race I've watched of serberoth, and I'm going to say he's learned a lot in the course of this tournament.
Yeah, and if you chat with him, because again, I've done commentary with him. If you chat with him, he like knows what he's talking about. He's really put a lot of work into this game and put a lot of work into becoming a huge, tremendous part of this community. So I've just been so impressed with his progress. And on top of that, he's just a rad dude. Serberoth, very close to getting 100%, making his way towards the last missiles. I'd like to thank all of you for sticking around as we watch Nutella play through Christmas and Serberoth wrap up his run.
We see Serberoth collecting the last missile of the game. Very nice.
Looks like the Christmas ROM hack is not going very well for Nutella. He is able to win the race, but gets killed by the animals. I'm not sure what to say about what's going on Nutella's stream there, but yeah. Serberoth entering Turian. He's probably got quite a bit of time to save here.
We see Serberoth wisely choosing to shut off Varia and Screw Attack. But he did just save himself 40 frames by facing right.
Yeah, facing right cuts out the animation, saves yourself 40 frames. Nicely done, Serberoth. Looks like he's probably going to go for the Zeb skip here. And like I mentioned about Crossproduct and Serberoth, these two runners, again, just go for the most challenging strats that they can. Trying to get it every time. Looks like he's going for consistency right now, but just wants to wrap up this run. But yeah, the one thing I've been impressed by is just how their like tenacity and going for the challenging strats.
Now, I remember I was in the like low 130s when I started doing Zeb skip on Hundo. So the fact that Serberoth is even attempting that type of an advanced strategy, that shows huge potential for him as a runner.
Wisely going for 144 missiles for the Wild Anaconda 69 shoutout. Serberoth taking every shot from Mother Brain. Not that it really matters in 100%. He's got so much energy that it doesn't matter. He's going to go for the stand-up glitch. No worries. He's got to stand a little bit closer if he wants to get those shots in.
Uh-oh.
Serberoth, please. He's okay. Whew.
You know, if they didn't give you Hyper Beam, Mother Brain 3 would be the true final boss, but like the last fight just ends up being such a joke, especially at 100%.
So while we're wrapping this up right now, Gonna give again a huge shout out to the runners, Oats and Goats, Serberoth, Nutella, and Crossproduct. Impressive runs from all 4 of them. Make sure to follow the runners, guys. Make sure to check out the Speed Gaming calendar for more super exciting, super rad Super Metroid events coming up. We've got a few tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. between Sweetnam and Lenofis. Tomorrow night, we've got, following that, we have 11 p.m. J-Ro versus Darko, and then Leodox versus Ruby Jar. I am Christofalo. I am joined by my very good friend, Trigger Michael.
And once again, these runners have shown an amazing amount of skill. It takes quite a bit of wherewithal to run Super Metroid, because just looking at the skill of the top level players, you have such a steep skill climb in this game.
Another Super Metroid news, we actually got a new world record in 100% today. Oh, Serberoth, do not save the animals. That is very unfortunate. Well, I thought we were going to end this stream on a good note, but it looks like that will not be the case as Serberoth saves the... Oh, he's going to save the animals?
He's taunting the animals.
I can accept that. Wisely choosing to taunt the animals. Nicely done, Serberoth. You had me worried there.
So you were saying about a new world record?
Oh yeah, Oats and Goats with the 1:15:20 improved the world record by 7 seconds. Sorry, not Oats. Zosty. I didn't actually have the chance to catch the record yet, but super impressive time. Another impressive time from Serberoth with a 1:58:06. Got the 69 missiles. Nice run. And that is going to do it. Make sure to stick around for the credits. Get your dear forces ready in the chat. And I'd like to thank everybody for sticking around and watching these runners put on some entertainment for us today. So I'm going to give you guys just a bit of a fun fact towards the end here. The animals are actually horrible and evil. They're certainly not innocent. They actually cause Metroid Fusion and Metroid Other M to happen.
Yes, until the animals escaped Zemus, the Metroid series was on an upward spiral.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that some people let them out when Metroid Fusion happened.
Yeah, without the animals, Metroid Fusion would be a very different game.
Get your deer forces ready in the chat. One last time. Yeah, and that looks like we got 100% from our friend Serberoth. All right, so that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around. I'd like to give one more thank you to Feasel for hosting the restream. He's put in so much work for this tournament, and we all really appreciate it. So yeah, without him, this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah,
Thanks,
and a big thanks to all the admin staff for the tournament. They've all been a huge help, and I think everybody has been really enjoying the tournament. So a big shout out to all the admin staff.
Yeah, thanks everybody for sticking around. See you guys next mission.